Hello racing fans and a warm welcome to Trackside, proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best, bet with WSB. And this weekend, well, there's just two centres that are happening this weekend, and it is Turffontein on Sunday, and we have Kenilworth on Saturday. So Hollywood bets Kenilworth and Turffontein on Sunday. No race meeting in KZN over the weekend, and I trust that you're well. Hopefully you're having a fair week wherever you're playing around the globe, and whatever you're playing, because these days, as you know, on WSP, beside horse racing, it's all and everything when it comes to you, the value punter, the casino, sports, numbers, and much, much more. Well, if you're looking forward to this weekend's racing, you got the 7 races at Sunday at Kenilworth, and then we'll move along to Turffontein on the Sunday. I've picked out 4 horses to follow, so away we go with those 4 horses, and we'll begin with Kenilworth, which will be race number 2. It's an early start, and I think we can bank the cash here. No doubt about that. The way I looked at this race and the field, it's special weights for the fillies and mares over 1,200 meters, and it's go like flow. Andre Nell and Elder de May will team up. A filly, a daughter of Give Me the Green Line. She's had 3 runs for 3 places. She was 3rd on debut, which was an encouraging start to her career. Then the next 2 runs, she's finished close up. Those were really good efforts, and I think if she got some luck in running, she could have possibly won those 2 races as well. Last time out, jockey Elder de May did partner her for the first time, and she got very, very close behind a horse that found solid betting support. They punted La Pura Vida like they knew the result from the Garrett Van Zyl stable, and this filly had to settle for 2nd. Well, that form line has held up very, very well, because if you watch racing on World Sports Betting Cape Met Day, 8 lengths back in this race was a horse called Hier Komi Bokke, and she was 8 lengths back behind La Pura Vida, and she came to win on World Sports Betting Cape Met Day. So that form line's looking good, it's looking bright, and that gives me a bit more confidence that this filly looks ready to win. When you analyze the opposition, yes, there is some form to go around, but I think that she represents the best form in the field, and whatever beats her will win. Race 2, horse number 9, Go Like Flow. Then one more runner at Kenilworth, and it comes up in race number 4, and I think this will be the obvious horse for many. Had a look at the World Sports Betting pricing up of this race, and they got her as the very strong favorite. Her name is Mary Lab, Justin Slate and Richard Foree. When you study the way she started off her racing, I'm going to take a stance and say maybe she just needed time. She needed time to straighten up, to mature, to just get to learn to race. And she's got the hang of things of late. She's really starting to improve and come along nicely, especially her last start, which was her best run to date. And it's worth touching on that run. And if you can watch the replay, do so, because that run was an eye-catching effort. Drawn 12 out of 12, set at the back of the field for most of the way. In fact, if you pause the film at the 400-meter mark, she was 2nd to last, and she still had a lot of work to do, a wall of horses in front of her, and she ran on smartly. She finished in the quickest time. From that form line, I will tell you that Busy Lizzie, the winner, has come out to run 2nd. 2nd in that race was Supreme Dream, was come out to run 2nd. So that form line's looking good for number 5, Mary Lamb. And a big, big positive this time round, even if she's given a patient ride from Richard Foree. It's not a big field that she made last time out, and I think that she will be a bit more alert from a better stall gate, which is draw number 5. So, judging her on that last start, looking at the opposition, Justin Slate could have found the right race for her to finally crack it. And the fact is, she seems to be improving nicely now that she's got the hang of things, number 5, Mary Lamb. So those are the 2 runners at Kenilworth, and then we move along to Turffontein on Sunday. And Turffontein on Sunday, I'm just looking at the index here to see how many races go. I know there's 7 races at Kenilworth. There are 9 races here. It's a full card at Turffontein, and we are going to try and get some money very early in the race meeting. And we'll begin in race number 3, over 2,000 meters, a maiden plate for fillies and mares. Now, here I really like the look of this filly. I'm actually going to make her a 5-star bet. I think if you're going into Turffontein on Saturday and you're wanting to play a pick 6 that will come up in race number 4, this is the runner that I think you can really make some cash. Number 3, Broadlands. Sean Terry's run 4 runs for 3 places. The places have been over 1,600, 1,800 and 2,000 meters. Her last 2 runs over 1,800 and 2,000 meters. I don't know if it's been by design, but I fancy that those could be the tactics or just the way she enjoys racing, because she's raced up handy and she's been run out of it very late. She was beaten by Pomazelis, who's since come out to run second behind Apache Fighter. That's Roy Magner's runner. And her last start is the run that was ranked midweek. Now, prime example, Ashley Fortune's runner, who took a bit of time to crack the maiden, won a gutsy race on Thursday. Wow, what a win from that horse. It was a fight to the line between Ryan Munger and Muziani, and this horse on the rail at the Val just kept fighting all the way to the line, prime example, and came through to win a very good race out the maidens. Also from that form line, if you pull it out, Fast Duty and Big Five have both come out to run second. So that is a form line that I think could be worth following now after prime example winning midweek. The plus is the 1.5 kgs off, because in these maiden plates or special weights or maiden handicaps, if you get Rachel claiming 1.5 kgs, it is a major plus. And we all know what she did last week Saturday, and I just have to pay compliments to her because it was World Sports Betting Guineas Day. And I think if I have to just, quiz Rachel, in their career thus far, if I have to ask her, give me your top 5 best winning rides in your career thus far, I can almost guarantee that the 2 wins that she had last Saturday will be in the top 5, if not 1 and 2. What rides from her in the World Sports Betting Guineas on Eye of the Prophet? And of course, give me a light. I was counting the cash in the beginning. That looked home and how was the way Kamala was traveling, but never say die. Rachel riding a double for Paul Matchett. Now, she is given the chance here by Sean Terry, and I think that she will get the job done for us here on number 3, Broadlands. And remember that last time after this one, I double checked that. Yes, that was in open company. So she's back against her own 6 as well, number 3, Broadlands. Then we move along to race number 4. And after knowing what I've tipped in race number 3, no prizes for guessing here, because I'm sticking with the form line of prime example. And that's going to be number 2, Wonder World. Candace Dawson and Keegan DeMello teaming up. Well, we paid compliments to Rachel Vinica. Well, this man, Keegan DeMello, he looks like he's in a 1-horse race now, all the way to the line to get to that title, the South African jockey's title. And what a wonderful season he's having, riding winners and multiple winners at that, all over the country. Well, he got to know this individual when this Son of Ideal World actually debuted. But it was really nice to see him partner this horse last time out when they fitted the Wonder World with the blinkers. And that was tried over 2,000 meters. And that day, drawn 10 out of 11, I don't know what was the plan, but it seemed like, they were going to give the horse a chance. Because it sat in midfield for most of the way and then started to make some steady progress, not big progress, but steady progress. And wasn't beaten too far behind prime example. Now, I mentioned the form line in the previous race of prime example, so that's a tick for me with number 2, Wonder World. And Broadlands has to win the previous race. I think that this horse will start much shorter than priced up at the time of recording. So we're sticking with that form line, hoping that it holds up. The mellow back up for Candace Dawson, just, pushing on from where he left off last time out, and with further improvement to come. Now, he hasn't had many races. This individual is at 2, 4, 5 runs. So I think now he's starting to get the hang of things. And remember last time out, he was drawn 10 out of 11. And I said, I don't know if it was by design, but this time round, you can almost guarantee that Keegan DeMello is not going to waste that draw, that beautiful draw of 2. And we are racing on the inside track. So that is a major plus with number 2, Wonder World. So hopefully those 2 runners arrive at Turffontein. And then in closing, I just want to go to my device because I want to touch on something here that's on the World Sports Betting menu. I'll just go through it quickly. If I can just refresh WSB, World Sports Betting. Let me go to there, the World Sports Betting, it'll come up. I'll just go to the menu. Yeah, it's very friendly, as you know, if you use it. I'm actually using it while I'm chatting to you. So you go to that, and then you go to South Africa. And I want to have a look at the Durban July pre-noms, because this is very interesting. It's far away. It's always on the first Saturday of July. But the guys have predicted a field. That is, it's called pre-nomination. So they've predicted a field well in advance, and they've priced up. At the moment, Charles Dickens is at 33-10. Cousin Casey is at 7-1. Pombit Power is at 8-1. I'll give you 10-1 a safe passage, they say. Rob Poole, 13-1. Petro Manzano at 14-1. East Coast at 16-1. Rascallion at 18-1. Sparkling Water at 18-1. Royal Victory at 18-1. And then I'll give you two horses in 20-1. Zappatellis, Schumacher, and Union Square. The balance are all 25-1 and better the balance. Now, the reason I mention this, we know that it's high risk. Backing a horse well in advance. I mean, this is months in advance, but we know it's high risk. But I think what I'm trying to say is that if you want to have a horse running for free come July Day, and if you can try and just increase the odds by playing some doubles and trebles with the minimum spend, maybe you can have a free ride on your horse if it gets accepted and if it gets into the final field. We know that the Durban July is by invitation only, so it could get into the field, it could get a run, but it's something that you're predicting well in advance because lots can happen from now to July. So my advice, because I had a look at it, if you like a horse or you like two horses, maybe you like three horses, try and get some doubles and trebles into it, because you could get the big money come July Day without any spend. I'll tell you a story quickly, because I often do this. When Dynasty won the July, I had 87 tickets. Yep, 87 tickets that were alive going into the race. I wouldn't tell you how many tickets I had that were all losers, because there were much more than 87. But nevertheless, it was still a profit. So you can make a profit playing pre-nominations anti-post if you fancy a horse for the July. So all the best with that. Yeah, maybe a 10 rand, maybe a 20 rand, maybe you like three horses on the day. Play it into your fancy for the July. And come the first week of Saturday, you've got a ride for free. On behalf of World Sports Betting, as always, thanks to all the punters, but more importantly and more especially, thanks to you, the valued customer. Until we meet again, you take care. Salam and Ashley.